Alright, welcome back guys to the Mokey channel. Let me introduce you to a new kind of video series I want to do. So I have two things in mind. Right now I'm doing a real life duel series, maybe I've already seen, with the effects and stuff. And also I'm doing the deck profiles, and I have like this twin deck series in it. And I have two more things in mind I want to do, so let's talk about them today. Like one of those things is the total opposite what the other really is, or maybe not the total opposite, but I want to do a series of two things. First series should be called Cards of Victory, and the other series is the Forgotten Cards. And basically I just want to show a few cards that have been played in really successful decks, like today's card, Waboku, and this card, it basically the video format are about gold format, so both theories, the Forgotten Cards and the Victory cards. And I will focus this video on Cards of Victory, and our main card will be Waboku. Yeah, a lot of you guys may or may not know Waboku. So it's a very old card. It's a very, very old card, and let's give it the spotlight it deserves, because even though it's really odd, it's not that much used today in gold format, so it kind of fits in both in Forgotten Cards and in Cards of Victory. So as a proof of what I mean by Cards of Victory is, maybe I will butcher this name, but Adam Krzyzewski was first place in the United Kingdom Nationals in May 2005, and he piloted Waboku in his main deck. And fourth place was in United States of America Nationals, July 2005, Jerry Wang, who also piloted Waboku in his main deck. And then a lot of decks actually had Waboku also in the side deck, which may be important to know. I have one example for that deck that I would like to talk about. It's the third place deck from Brian Coronel, United States of America Nationals in July 2005. He had 3 of those in the side deck. So, yeah, this card has seen play in gold format, and a lot of people don't know about it. And this card was printed in 2002, Yugi Kaiba format, the starter deck Yugi and Kaiba, and has been reprinted a lot of times from now on. And what it does, it basically negates all battle damage this turn you activate this card, and also your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. And yeah, so what you can do with this is, usually you see this in the 2002 format nowadays. If you play like Yugi Kaiba format, you will see this in their main decks a lot of times. But in gold format, not so often. But what is useful about this card? Alright, if your opponent goes for a big turn for a lot of damage, you can basically chain Waboku or activate Waboku, and your opponent cannot really go for it. If your opponent has a deck, like, let's say he plays a Gate Turbo deck that is really explosive, this card was basically a lifesaver, because it's always chainable. It's always chainable. This makes it also very good against Heavy Storm, by the way, because you can just use this, and it doesn't matter how big of your opponent builds a board. He committed maybe already into place, and the thing that is going to happen then, he either stops or he continues. And you can punish an already committed board after by Trap Infecting, by Lightning Vortex, or by even going in yourself for a big play. And also what's useful about this, when you use it in your own turn, you can basically ram into your opponent's cards, and your monsters won't die, even though they will have less or maybe the same attack value. So if monsters have the same attack value, and that happens also a lot of times in Gold format, like a lot of times people play cards with 1600 and 1800, and yeah, like Assura Priest maybe 17, but he does not stay, so not a lot of times where that would happen. But for example, to summon a breaker, pop back row, and then Waboku and run into a tribe infecting virus from your opponent, because you have basically to clear it, but you can still have field present after that, is kind of good. And also, if you have tokens, scapegoat tokens, just imagine you have this big Chinese wall of scapegoat tokens, and you use Waboku, your opponent cannot run over them. So even though your opponent plays something like a Assura Priest who may attack all of them at the same time, you are protecting all of them. So you're basically forcing out even more options from your opponent. And yeah, it lets you keep a lot of things. Of course, in today's perspective of the format, this card is not often played. Why? Because people tend to optimize decks and don't find a lot of reasons to play it. But I just wanted to give it some spotlight and just explain a few things and a few reasons why people may have played it. And yeah, so this card, for how long it existed and for how many decks it did help, and for how many wins it actually accomplished, even in Gold format, this card, by no other category, this card is by any means in the category legendary. This card is Yu-Gi-Oh! It started Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it will find its way in so many decks, even in the modern decks, in maybe burn decks and stuff. So yeah, Waboku is a card that is definitely cards of victory, and I welcome it to the Hall of Fame. And I will do more cards of victory and more forgotten cards, and I just wanted to start with it now, and Waboku has the honor to be the first. So I think that's enough for me. I may have forgotten a few things, why people even played Waboku. You can comment that in the comment section. I'm sure also people from Discord will see it and will discuss it, or will not discuss it. Yeah, this card was played. This card is not played today anymore so often, but I just think it deserves some spotlight, right? So I think that's it for me. Mokey's out. Peace out, guys. That's it.